What an exciting time. We have a contract on the house and now it's time for inspections. Kind of want to go through a little bit what to expect during an inspection and how you as the seller need to prepare for it. When they've come in, it'll take about 3 hours and they will be looking thoroughly through your home. So make sure it's clean. Treat it like a showing, but maybe even be more concerned about cleanliness and whatnot because they've got time now to wander slowly through it, to measure the rooms and look over everything. Now we're starting here in the kitchen. The first thing the inspector will do is run the dishwasher. I would probably not keep anything in there because it won't be a complete cycle. Usually they'll run it during the entire inspection, and if it doesn't end in time, they'll just shut it off. They'll run water in the garbage disposer. They'll run a lot of water in both sides of your sink. The reason for that is to test underneath to make sure there's no leaks. They'll be testing your oven and your stovetop and your microwave. I've seen a lot of times people hide stuff in the stove or the oven, and probably not the best thing to do because they'll turn it on and it could catch fire. Keep your top of your stove clean. They'll put a glass of water in the microwave to make sure it works, and they will run the vent and the light. One thing they won't be testing is going to be the refrigerator or ice maker. He may look at it if he knows it's staying with the house, but it's typically not part of an inspection. So that kind of handles this room. Let's move on to the next one. Now we're in the master bathroom. Very similar to the kitchen. They're going to run a lot of water. If you have a Whirlpool tub, they're going to fill it up at least enough to where they can run the jets. They're going to be flushing the toilet. They're going to be running the water in the shower to test for the drains. And they're going to run everything at the same time to check for water pressure. One thing to consider, this takes some time and you might want to have a clean bathroom. One of the things that they're going to inspect is the attic. In order to get to it, they're usually going to need to go through one of the closets. Be aware of that and give them access. Push your clothes to the side so they can get a ladder in here and easily get up into it. Something to consider would be to put sheets, blankets, towels over what clothes you have left in here so that no insulation will get on it. Here we are in the basement. This is sort of the guts or the bones of the house. This is the mechanical part. And they'll spend a fair amount of time in here. They're going to be taking the covers off of the furnace and looking at the flame, checking for gas leaks. They're going to look at the water heater. They'll be taking the front cover off of the electrical panel and checking that out to make sure it fits fine. The other thing that they're going to be looking at is the walls. So you need to be sure to pull things away and have space in here so that he has access to that. If it's a finished basement, be sure to pull stuff away so they have access to the outlets and everything else that's normally looked at in an inspection. That about wraps up this video. I want to review just a few things. If you have pets, make sure they're corralled because the people will be here for 3 hours. Letting them loose in the backyard does not work because they'll also be in the backyard. So either put them in a kennel or take them with you, but having them loose is not the best thing. There are inspections that are not done by a regular inspector. That would be a sprinkler and a pool and mold. They could bring in a specialist for that. They will be doing termite, and usually that's a basic one, and radon. So be prepared for that. It's been awesome. Thank you for looking at this video, and we'll do great.